Epcot International Food and Wine Festival 2024 is officially here, and I'm here to share all the fun and new things going on at the festival. Don't worry if you're wondering where Mark Allen is. He will be here later. He has to work today, so I'm here to do all of the non-foodie things, and then he's gonna join me after work so that we can try some of the new tasty eats. But first, we've got to go grab our festival gift card. My favorite place to do it is at Gateway Gifts. You can do it at any of the gift shops, but I find Gateway Gifts to be not quite so busy. Gift card is acquired. Our goal and budget for the day is $100. So we are gonna see how much we can get at the food booths. For that, we've kind of already planned out all the new eats that we want to try. So I will try a few small things today while I'm here. And then tonight when I grab Mark Allen, we're gonna try everything else. Now the park just opened, it's 9:13. So none of the food booths are actually open yet. Those typically open at 11 when the rest of Swirled Showcase opens. However, they do have some new merch. We're gonna go check that out. And CommuniCore Hall is the dedicated festival building. It's been closed for about a week or so to kind of make way for festival offerings. So today's the first day that we are ever getting to see what this space looks like during a festival. So that is where I'm headed first. Hopefully it's open. No luck, not open yet. My guess is that it'll probably open at 11 with all of the rest of the festival booths. So guess we can go head over to Creations and go check out some of the merch. Wow, the merch was so fun this year. This might be some of my favorite food and wine merchandise I think that they've ever done. It was very colorful. Normally I feel like the food and wine merchandise isn't as colorful as some of the other festivals, but there was lots of fun color. They have some new fonts and things that they're using, some new images, and it's really cute. I adore that they have Muppets Lab merchandise this year. Mark Allen, before I even could text him, was already texting me freaking out. He was so excited. Some of that might be coming home with us. There was lots of pins. They actually had some Food and Wine Festival mystery pins, so that was kind of fun and new. I really loved the cute little crossbody Lug Life bag. That was also very cute. The cast member was so excited. She's like, you have to look at the inside because it's got Remy on there. It was very cute. There was great Figment merch. They had really cool pass holder merchandises too. They had these glasses that are they're like glass cups. And they had 4 different ones. So they had 2 that had Mickey and Minnie, kind of gardeny theme. And then they had one that was Figment and then the Food and Wine logo. So those were really cool collectible. I hope they do more of those in the future. I think those are very, very cool souvenirs. Scads of shirts. There were so many shirts. This festival, I feel always has the most merchandise. They always do so many collections. There was a lot of really good stuff. I was impressed. I'm gonna wait until I have Mark Allen with me later to decide what all we're actually going to get, but we might have to get a few pieces this year because it is really, really cute. It's 10:30 now. There's not really a whole lot else going on quite yet because again, I gotta wait till some of the festival booths open. I want to check out CommuniCore Hall. I'm so curious what it looks like in there because they didn't really do a whole lot with it over the summer, but I think now that there's a festival, I'm hoping that there will be some new and exciting things. I do know that they do have a booth inside, so the Macatizers booth will be inside of there. And then there's some other things going on today as well. So we're just hanging, exploring, and I'm gonna take you with me. I just saw people go in there, so I think it's open. Let's go check it out. Good morning. Oh my goodness. I found more merch. Okay, so it looks like they have more of the festival merch in here. So this is just exclusively festival merch. And then they do have some food booths going on. They don't look open quite yet. My guess is those will open later once all the other food booths open. Okay, so I won't lie, that was a little lackluster. I was really expecting them to do more with that space. Basically, what they have in there is they have one half of it is the festival merchandise, and then the other half is the Macatizers food booth with some tables and chairs and things. We couldn't get over to the Macatizers side yet. We'll head over there in a bit. It's 10:38 right now, so I still think they're waiting till 11 to officially open that. But other than that, like, there wasn't really a lot of decor or theming. It was pretty much the same as it's been. They just have merch in there. It felt very much like it feels very temporary. It doesn't feel, I don't know, I wasn't super impressed, and that's a bummer because I was really hoping that they would pull out some stops, because I know people were not impressed when they first opened it, and I was like, well, surely just wait, because they'll do some cool stuff once it's a festival. Kind of a bummer, but you know, at least it's still at a space that you can go get some AC, and it is another option of places to go look for merchandise. I am curious to go check out the Odyssey later, because that is another location that they will usually have some merch. This is the Brew-Wing Lab festival booth, I guess you can call it. But usually they'll have some merch in there too. So I'm curious to see if they will this year, or if this is the new like secondary location that they will have that. All right, we have our first foodie item of the day. So that was the Macatizers booth that is inside of CommuniCore Hall. They have, you guessed it, mac and cheese. I think there was 4 different kinds. You could get regular, the cheesesteak, which is what I got because that is brand new this year. They have the truffle mac and cheese, and then they had an impossible chili mac and cheese. So lots of different options. There are some tables inside. There's not a ton, so if it's busier when you're here, there may or may not be tables, but I just found a lovely little trash can in some shade right outside, so you know. All right, let's quit talking. Let's try this cheesesteak. So this has your like little cheesesteak. It's got some peppers and onions and all kinds of things. This one definitely is loaded up with stuff. It's pretty good mac and cheese. It's nice and creamy, definitely cheesy, has some good flavor, and I like that the peppers and onions kind of give it just a little bit of a kick for some extra flavor. I really like the mac and cheese itself. Like the actual cheese on the mac and cheese is very, very good. I would give this probably a good 7 out of 10. It's a really great portion for $6, and the flavor is definitely very good. I think for me personally, I might have liked the truffle one maybe a little bit better, but I was curious because they haven't done a cheesesteak one before, so there you go. I also wanted to mention that the Macatizers booth is part of Emille's Fromage Montage, or as I like to call it, the cheese stroll. This is a fun little like activity that you can do while you are eating at all of the booths. At the very back of your festival booklet, you're going to find this list with all of the different qualifying items. If you get 5 of these items, then you can head over to Shimmering Sips and redeem it for your completer prize. So we'll see how much of this we get done today. There are definitely a few of these things that we will be trying, but we have a bad habit of not ever being able to finish this on the first day, which that's okay. Also, as I was standing here eating, everyone kept stopping and pointing and taking pictures, and I couldn't figure out why. And I realized that one of the Remy hide and squeak scavenger hunt like things is like right above me. It's fine. Remy's Hide and Squeak is the scavenger hunt for this festival. You can purchase your little scavenger hunt card at any of the gift shops, or as well as a few different like merchandise booths around World Showcase. There are little Remy statues, and with each one he's holding either like a cooking item or a food item or something like that, and so you'll match your stickers up on your little card map thing, and then once you complete them all, you get a prize. These do cost about $10. You can use your annual pass discounts on them if you have them, and even if you are not able to finish the entire scavenger hunt, you can still redeem for your prize. This year they were doing some fun little like cereal bowl looking things, so you know, just a fun little prize. Now I think I'm gonna head over to kind of where Test Track is. There is the Flavors from Fire booth, which is always one of our favorites, but they have a new slider that I want to try. Sounds pretty tasty, so we're gonna give that a go. Next up, food item from Flavors of Fire. This is the Impossible Montreal style slider. So Impossible meat, if you didn't know, Impossible is a plant-based alternative. Anytime we've had Impossible meat at the festivals before, we've loved it. So I was excited to try this one. This is like the most, I don't know, just like, looks like just a classic cheeseburger to me. Oh no. Okay, let's try this again. You know, I wasn't super sure about the tomato jam that's on here, but it's pretty good. It kind of adds just like a little bit of a sweet taste to it. And the meat, the Impossible meat is quite delicious. I feel like I have stuff all over my face. I would say the overall combination of flavors is probably not as good as some Impossible dishes that I've had in the past, but it's a pretty solid option. Yum, that was fun. All right, now I think I'm gonna head to the Odyssey and peek in there, just see what's going on. By the way, the fry basket is definitely a must-try booth. I don't think we're gonna do it today because we did it. It's all the same stuff that they had last year, but it is all quite delish. And if you are wondering how you can get a hold of the booth menus for this year, as well as pricing and pictures and all of that good stuff, I have a free printable foodie checklist that you can download. That is linked in the description box below. I used that to help me today to know what are all the new items that I need to try. And then I'm actually, as I'm filming this video, getting the rest of the pricing for everything so that I can have it for you for your visit to Food and Wine Festival. So the Brew-Wing Lab is kind of like Muppet, Bunsen and Beaker, Dr. Bunsen and Beaker themed. It's very fun. It's very cute. They've been having this booth for the past several years. This is where you can get the infamous pickle milkshake, which we did try last year as well. There is a pickle hard seltzer that we're gonna try a little bit later when Mark Allen's with me, because Mark Allen hates pickles, but he said he wanted to try it. So we're gonna hold off and do that a little bit later. But this is a really great area to come and get some AC and sit down. They have a lot more tables in here than they normally do, which is great. I think the reason being is because they don't actually have any of the merchandise in here since that is all moved over. They had some room to put some extra tables, but I am very curious to see, they have this like little thing set up back there. It looks like a little experiment stand. So it makes me wonder if, I don't know, maybe something special is going to happen with that. It could also just be for decoration. I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can eyeball a cast member that I can ask, but we're going to hang out in here for a little bit, get some nice AC, and see what's going on. I think that's about going to do it for me for now, because if I eat anything else without Mark Allen, he's going to get mad. So I'm going to head home for a bit, and then I'll be back in just a second for you with Mark Allen so we can try some more food. I got Mark Allen.
Got off work?
He's off work. Are you ready to eat?
Yes.
I'm ready to eat. It's cooled off a little bit too, which is nice.
It's actually pretty nice. It's warm in the sun, but it's beautiful in the shade, just like typical Florida.
We are starting off over, this is I think it's technically called the Rose Walk, but they're calling it Harvest Hollow. This is where there are 3 brand new booths. I'll tell you the names of them in a minute because I can't remember all of them. There's like Bramblewood and something.
Mold and
Milled.
Mold and Mulled.
And Forest something. But we're going to get a little bit of something at each one. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go. From Bramblewood Bites.
We got the grilled bison with butternut squash puree, roasted mushrooms, and huckleberry gastrique. I think that's how you say it. And then we also got the spiced apple old-fashioned cocktail.
Oh, I see. You're going to take the big piece.
Oh, sorry.
I want to get like a little bit of everything.
That is delicious.
That bison is really tender.
Yeah, you don't need a knife. You can bite right into it.
I would say it's more like a medium well. I think they're probably, because obviously they're cooking it in bulk, they're going on a little bit on the safer side. I wonder if you could probably not, but if you could get this like a medium rare,
you
perfection.
Can't request that because they're cutting it off the big thing, but
I know, but if this was medium rare, this would be 10 out of 10.
The huckleberry gives it a nice little tang, which is delicious. And then the puree and everything. Yeah, I love that a lot. Here, do you want to try your old fashioned?
This was probably like the number 1 drink for me that I saw out of any of the drinks that they have. It's not bad. You get that spiciness, you get the apple. Definitely tastes like an old fashioned, but it's a very sweet. It's a very sweet take on an old fashioned. It's good. I would get it again. It's surprisingly for an old fashioned, it's very refreshing on this hot day too.
Great appley.
I would definitely get that bison again.
This is 1,000 times better than either of the 2 things that I got earlier. You ready for me to go get the next thing?
Yep, should I just stay here?
Milled and Mulled.
Milled and Mulled.
BRB.
I don't remember what we're getting.
I don't either. I got a list. All right. I know it looks like we moved, but we didn't actually move. We have some dessert. This is from Milled and Mulled. This is the Boursin and Fig Balsamic Cheesecake with fig jam and pomegranate.
And it's on the cheese stroll.
Yes, so that is my second cheese stroll item of the day. Who knows, maybe we will get all 5.
New this year, if you're looking for the carrot cake that traditionally is in America, you'll find that here at Milled and Mulled. That is like really hard for me to say, I don't know why. But although we did not get that today, don't worry, we will be consuming many carrot cakes.
Maybe, if you're nice to me.
Fig cheers.
Bing.
That's yummy.
That pomegranate comes through really strong, but not in a bad way. It kind of helps to cut some of that creamy richness of that cheesecake. That's quite tasty. I do like that a lot.
And there's some good spices in there that make it very autumnal flavored too.
Yeah, again, not super heavy, which is nice. Sometimes that can be a hard thing with Food and Wine Festival, is a lot of the dishes are very heavy and it's very hot outside, so I do like that a lot.
I'm gonna try this fig.
You can have the figs.
Overall, I like this dish, but I
would recommend. I'd say 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I would agree.
It would be nice. It had been sitting out a little bit, so it would have been nice a little bit colder, but I'd say it's pretty solid dessert. All right, next booth. This is the Forest and
Field. Forest and Field. And honestly, everything from this booth looks incredible. We were gonna get the pumpkin ravioli, but they were out right now, so we may have to come back and do that another day. But we did get the autumn chili and the burrata. Oh my gosh, the autumn chili. The autumn chili has bison, lamb, pork belly, root vegetables, jalapeno cornbread, smoked cheddar, and creme fraiche. They do also have a chocolate peanut butter imperial stout that I really, really want to try.
We may have to come back and do more from this booth another day. Let's try a little bit of this chili. Now, I'm glad it's cooling off a little bit because this is definitely a very hot, hearty dish.
Chili cheers.
Bing!
I want a little cornbread.
I see approximately 1 jalapeno in that cornbread.
That's okay. I don't need jalapenos. Okay, there we
Chili
go.
cheers.
Ding.
Oh my god, that is
Wow. There was a lot of flavor packed into that dish.
so good. Wow.
It's like a really gamey
Yeah, you
chili,
get that.
but like in a good way.
Yeah, you get that nice gamey taste, but you also get the autumnal taste from it too. Wow. This might make best of the fest.
A little spice. That's delicious.
Holy
I
crap.
Love that.
This is by far the best thing we've had, even though we're only like, what? I'm 3 items in. You're what, 5?
5. Okay, let's try this burrata.
No notes.
So the burrata, like I said, originally I wasn't going to get it, but I kept seeing pictures of it today. And I was like, oh, we might need to get that. So it's got the burrata cheese. It looks like something that looks like applesauce.
Seasonal,
more figs.
here I'll read. Seasonal fall fruit, spiced pecans, apple puree, and fig vinaigrette. I don't know if I'm going to like this. The burrata is kind of it feels like a weird texture.
No, it's really good. That apple's so good. The pomegranate is delicious with it.
It's kind of bland.
I'll eat it. I think it's delicious.
It's not that it's
bland.
it's not-
You have to eat it with all the other stuff.
I am. It's not that it's bad. It's just
Well, it's a lighter flavor. We've had a lot of heavy,
That's
very
true.
rich flavors.
That's true.
This is a lighter.
And this is right after the chili that is a very strong flavor.
This is a very light flavor.
Let me get a little.
This will be excellent on a hotter day. I think it's delicious. It's a beautiful dish.
It is definitely lighter. I think you're right. I think just after eating all those heavier dishes, it's almost drowning out in some of the other flavors of the other dishes that are still on my palate.
It's cleansing my palate. So overall, I would say definitely hit up these 3 booths. These are excellent options. Maybe we started out too strong.
I don't know,
Might be
man.
dangerous for later.
I think these are going to be some of my favorite booths for the entire festival. Everything is so good.
More chili. All right, more dessert.
More dessert. From Swirled Showcase, we've got the liquid nitrogen frozen sweet potato mousse with candied pecans and maple caramel sauce.
Not yummy. I wouldn't think of it like sweet potato, like savory. It's not savory at all. I would say it's almost like a pumpkin spice ice cream. That's kind of what it tastes like to me.
It's almost like if you took sweet potato casserole and froze it.
That's yummy.
It is good. I'm here for all the fall flavors in this, what was it called? Harvest
Hollow.
Harvest Hollow. Very aptly named.
Delicious. Very good. You should get that. It's so good. Dessert done. Now we're going to head over to the Odyssey and try a drink that's probably going to taste awful after this.
I feel like we probably better drink some water before we...
Cleanse our palate a little bit.
We have made it inside to brewing at the Odyssey Pavilion. This was, I believe, was this new last year? Was that the first year for this?
They've had it for 2 years.
So this is the second year?
Third year.
Third year. But last year was definitely the first year with all the pickle stuff. And new this year is a pickle hard cider. Seltzer. No. 0 out of 10.
What's it taste like?
It tastes like pickle juice with some bitterness. No. Oh, it just gets worse. The aftertaste is worse. 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10.
Let's see if I like it. There's like so many flavors in that. It's definitely an interesting flavor. I wouldn't say it's bad. Like I don't mind it. Obviously, if you don't like pickles, you're probably not gonna like it. But it's like a very vinegary cider. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like apple cider vinegar a little bit because it has that vinegary taste.
I would 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
It has that, yeah.
So if you're a kombucha drinker, you might actually like this.
I drink kombucha and I don't like that.
Yeah, well, you also don't like pickles, and I think you had the mentality that you weren't gonna like
No,
it.
it straight up tastes like pickle juice.
It doesn't taste like pickle juice to me. It just tastes vinegary, like a vinegary cider. Give it another try and think of it like more like a kombucha. Apple cider vinegar.
Oh, God. No. Literally, like, as soon as it touches my tongue, I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. And then, like, all I taste is pickle. Not good.
I mean, I probably won't drink all of this. I'm not gonna lie. It's a
that's
little.
all you.
It's a little vinegary for my taste, but I think if you are okay with pickles and you like a kombucha, apple cider vinegar, like kind of that's the flavor.
Also, if you're looking for the famous pickle shake, this is where you're going to get it.
And they also moved the pickle fries that used to be at Fry Basket. Those are here now, so you can get the pickle fries.
Oh, I don't
or
think
the
I
pickle
realized that.
spears. You can get those here now.
That's why this whole building smells like pickles.
I don't smell pickles at all. I just smell the wings.
As someone who hates pickles, it literally just smells like a pickle factory in here, which makes me very sad because this is by far the best themed booth with all the Muppets, and I don't want to come in here because it just reminds me of my hate for pickles.
I'll just come eat wings without you then. It's time to go. We got to keep hustling. We're like halfway done.
On that note, we are off to China?
Yeah.
Off to China. Another
There's a pickle on it.
pickle.
We got the crispy duck bao bun from the China Pavilion. Looks pretty tasty. I did want to get the noodles, but I think I'm going to come back and get those another day. I'm going to try it first so that I can eat the pickle.
And then you can have the rest of it.
You're not going to eat it?
No, the rest of the pickle.
Oh, I was like, what? It's not working.
That's not good. Duck
Yeah.
should be nice and tender. That's not good.
It tastes good. I think they sell these in Nine Dragons. I think these are what we got when we ate at Nine Dragons.
Really? That was so long ago. I don't
think
remember.
So. That pickle is really good. It's all right. I give it
It's like a 6.
Yeah, like it's not bad. It doesn't taste bad.
It's not bad.
But the duck
it's
is
just,
definitely
It's really chewy. The duck is like it's not fresh by any means. You can just have the rest. The bao is really good. The bao is the best part.
It's not that it's not fresh. We got a really fatty piece of duck. That was all fat.
I don't think it's cooked very well.
The flavor's good.
Also, while we're standing in front of the Gate of the Golden Sun, if you want to learn more about China, Norway, Mexico, and soon to be Germany, we've done pavilion tours and like extensive history,
All the fun facts.
tour videos of. So far, we just filmed Germany last weekend, so make sure you're subscribed because the Germany Pavilion should be out pretty shortly.
As soon as I can finish editing it. The next booth, I'm really excited about. I'll tell you why in a minute.
I don't even remember why. I think it's Refreshment Outpost.
We made it to our next booth, the Refreshment Outpost. We got...
Not to be confused with Refreshment Port. This is the fake Africa.
Yes, so we got the Blackberry Apricot Jam Cider, and I like that they give you the giant pours here. Granted, this was like $12, so just
I mean,
FYI. But it sounded so good and refreshing.
it's a little darker, so I'm curious if you'll like that.
Wow, that blackberry, that's good.
That's really good.
That's so good.
Very refreshing. Ooh, and then
my
the
gosh.
apricot comes in on the back end.
That's delicious. Also, I didn't realize this. When were you guys gonna tell me They're selling giant zebra domes at Refreshment Outpost.
This is approximately the size of like 5 regular zebra domes.
So they call this, it's the chocolate amarula mousse with white chocolate. It is the same thing as a zebra dome. It's just a giant one. So you don't have to go to Animal Kingdom Lodge to get one.
But you have to come here before November something.
23rd, I think. So excited.
It feels just like a zebra dome.
It is a zebra dome.
Wait, hang on.
I felt already in my mouth, bro.
I feel like the ratios are off.
So it's a little different. It has a brownie in the middle, so it's not fully mousse.
And normally on a regular zebra dome, the bottom of it is like a cake, like a sponge cake. This is more like a biscuit.
Which I think they had to do because it's so big.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But it's still delicious, and I am pumped that you can get these now. And as a friendly reminder, if you're into free concerts, they do have the Eat to the Beat concert series. Every night they have a different artist perform. There is a whole slew of artists that are performing this year. And if it's something where you really, really want to get a super good seat, they do have the Eat to the Beat dining packages at several of the different restaurants around World Showcase. I'll be honest, I don't think you really need it a ton unless it's like a super popular artist for this festival, but you know, it's there if you want it. All right, next one is just me, because there ain't no way Mark Allen is gonna eat this. This is from the Japan booth. This is the eel sushi or sushi bowl situation. So we've got our eel and some rice and some little yellow questionable things that I don't really know what's all in here, but that's okay. We're just gonna get a little scoop of everything because that's how it goes. I'm a big sushi person, but there is something about that texture that is no bueno. Yeah, I don't know about that. The eel is cooked, but it's cold. And then the rice and everything else is really warm. And so it kind of creates this very strange texture that I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like they also have a Wagyu beef version of this. I feel like that might be a little bit of a safer option. There's just something about the texture. I'm gonna try and eat at least the meat, but there's something about the texture on this one that's just, it's not it. Sad day. To our last foodie stop of the evening, America. We were gonna try some hot dogs, but I'll be honest, I am really full. We're gonna have a hard time poking this in our mouth.
And it's a little hot for a hot dog.
That too. So if you look at the list of food booths for this year, you're gonna notice that a very popular one is missing, and that is Ireland. They are famous for their warm pudding cake thing.
Yes, that usually has, I'm prefacing a little bit, usually it has this like vanilla
cream
stuff on top.
They have moved it over
here.
The Ireland booth is no more, but they have moved the pudding cake over to America, but they've changed it up a little bit. There is a caramel,
bourbon caramel.
Yeah, bourbon caramel glaze on top. It feels very warm. It looks very ooey gooey.
Also, in case you're screaming at your screen of whatever device you're watching this on right now and you're like, what, they got rid of Ireland and they also got rid of the Guinness Bailey's shake? No, they didn't. They actually moved it to Festival Favorites, and it's still in the same cup that says Ireland on it.
And guess how much it is?
Did they jack it up in price?
I don't know, but it's $12.
What? Was it normally that much?
I have no idea, but it's $12 this year.
I don't know. Anyway, let's give this a go.
What is that face?
Why is it crunchy?
Because it came in a tin can. Like a tin.
It was never like that at Ireland. It was nice and, I'm going to say this word, moist.
Well, the inside is moist.
The inside is moist, but
no,
like...
the outside was like that.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
The inside's really good. but the outside is like crunchy.
Yeah, because they make it in a tin.
But the outside, like there's like a crust on it.
Yeah.
And normally for a pudding, it shouldn't be like that. Believe me, because I watch Great British Baking Show without you because you don't like
Well,
it.
this isn't Great British Baking Show. This is Epcot. I'll show you pictures later.
No, I know what it looks like. It's not that.
It had a crust last year, I promise.
Not that hard.
Do you like it?
It's okay. I do.
Have we had better desserts tonight? Yes.
Yeah.
But if you're hankering from some pudding cake, there you go. I think the caramel is really good.
The caramel is good, but honestly, it's much richer and definitely sweeter, I feel like, than the vanilla sauce that it used to have. You're just disagreeing with me everything on this dish.
I don't agree with you. It tastes exactly the same. Because to be fair, I never liked the Ireland dish. I never liked the pudding. I never liked it. I always thought it was too rich and too sweet. And this is exactly what that tastes like. It's just the caramel instead of the vanilla.
Yeah.
Now he's in a
Do you
good mood.
remember?
He's been grumpy this whole time. Now he's in a good mood, I guess. And that is Food and Wine Festival 2024.
Or as I like to call it, a salute to all food, but mostly cheese and wine.
If you want some additional help with planning your trip to Food and Wine Festival this year, I do have a ultimate guide. It's got everything that there is to do at the festival, my favorite tips and tricks. There are worksheets in there to help you budget, which I actually used today for this video. There's even a checklist with prices for everything and all kinds of other helpful things to help you get the most out of Food and Wine Festival. The link for that is in the description box below.
In case you were wondering, I know Kayla mentioned this morning that she got a $100 gift card. We went $3.75 over that.
So we did pretty good, $103.75. So pretty much right on the money. Pretty proud of us there.
We do want to make another food and wine video sometime next month. Oh, we don't know exactly when that's going to come out. So leave us a cheese emoji and your suggestion for what we should be trying in that video next month.
That's all we have for you guys today.
Now go create your
ever after.